So Breitling have literally just changed the game. This is the new Top Time B31. Shit. Let's put that back on. Welcome back to the Chisholm Hunter channel. My name is Harrison, as always. And you might notice something new. You might notice something new, jewellery-wise. Exciting things to come. Don't want to say too much yet, but stay tuned. It's exciting. So Breitling have just totally changed the game. This right here in my hands, or I had them in my hands, is the new Top Time B31. Now, not only did Breitling release this new watch, but they also released their new ambassador, Austin Butler, who is just as sexy as these watches. I mean, we can all appreciate a good-looking man. He was in June, he was in Elvis, he's in a ton of other movies, and I think he perfectly suits the brand, to be honest. But let's get back to the watch. Let's cover the specs really quickly, because that's what we want to know. So these watches come in at 38 millimeters in diameter, and to be honest, on the wrist, they wear absolutely perfectly. They are the perfect size, and I think it's partially because of the thickness. So the thickness comes in at 10.3 millimeters. It is beautifully thin. The lug-to-lug comes in at 45.8 millimeters. These watches are water resistant to 100 meters or 10 bar. They have sapphire crystal glass with glare-proof coating on the inside. They come in full stainless steel, and you do have a choice between a bracelet and a leather strap. When you flip the yellow strap round, you can actually see that it has that iconic yellow from Breitling that, of course, everyone kind of loves. Now, they released these watches in an array of new colors, and honestly, I think these are really fun. I think these are really clean. They carry through Breitling's DNA of being a little bit more out there, being a little bit more bold, but also don't scream too loud. I mean, you can still imagine wearing these watches with a suit and tie. Now, my personal favorite is the white and kind of baby blue color. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, but you also have other combinations to play with. For example, you have a dark green with that bright orange second hand, or you have a more electric blue dial with white around the outside. By the way, the electric blue dial is actually unbelievable in person. I mean, I kind of liked it from the renders, but I didn't love it. But then when I saw it in person, I thought, God damn, that's sexy. Now, when it comes to the detail on the dial, you do have a seconds counter around the outside. Then you have the hour markers on the inside. Then, of course, at the 6 o'clock mark, you have the word chronometer and top time. And at the 12 o'clock mark, you have the word Breitling. And of course, when it was established. I think part of the genius of these watches comes with the ring around the outside that's in a different color. Because these watches don't have a bezel, they instead have that inner kind of disc ring. It actually means that the dial doesn't wear too big. Now, hear me out here. Because it doesn't have a bezel, there's more dial real estate to play with. And that's why sometimes watches that don't have bezels can look a little bit like dinner plates. They just look a little bit too big. But because it does have that detail of the seconds counter and the color running outside this watch, it kind of squeezes it in a little bit more. It makes it look just that little bit more fitted, that little bit more comfortable, and it works just wonderfully. Before we go further with this watch, let me know in the comments if you think that they've changed the game or if I'm just getting excited because, you know, it's a new shiny toy. And while you're at it, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It means the world, and I'd really appreciate it. Now, when it comes to the white and blue model, you have a brown leather strap. When it comes to the green model, you have a green leather strap. And when it comes to the blue model, you have a blue leather strap. Now, my personal favorite, the one that I would definitely gravitate towards, is actually the one that the man himself was wearing, which is the white and blue. To me, it's just the perfect combination of a little bit of fun, but not too much fun where it goes over the top. These models all have a date window at the 3 o'clock mark, which is big, bold, but to be honest, being me, because it's me, I would have liked to see it at 6 o'clock, but it's not the end of the world. Now, the Top Time 31, not to be confused with the Top Time 01, actually has the same kind of slanty, iconic bracelet that Breitling fans across the globe love. Now, to be honest, I'm more of a fan on the leather straps of these models. I just think it fits better with the theme of these watches, which is weird for me because I don't normally gravitate towards leather straps, but it just shows you when you get it right, you get it right. All of these watches have the same orange second hand, and I have to say, it actually plays pretty damn well through every single color variation here. It's not hard to read in any way, but again, me being me, I'd probably go for the white dial. When you flip these watches round, you can actually see the open case back. And this is where I think Breitling have changed the game, because this movement is actually quite special because it's a first from Breitling. This movement is the Breitling manufacturer caliber B31. It comes in at 28.4 millimeters in diameter, 4.8 millimeters in depth. It's of course totally self-winding, has 78 hours of power and 181 components, and it's COSC certified. Now, this is actually Breitling's first three-hand caliber, which is pretty damn awesome. And it shows the innovation going on behind the Breitling brand. It shows that they're moving forward, that they're never resting. I think Breitling, to be honest, has gone from strength to strength. Even when I started in the watch industry, I was always a fan, but I think they've just got so much better with time. And I think this new line is a perfect representation of all of that hard work paying off. This watch is literally pretty much perfect. And I think they have. I think Breitling have changed the game. And that's all from me today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did Breitling change the game, or am I getting ahead of myself because it's a shiny new toy? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit that subscribe button, or follow us on Instagram at Chisholm Hunter Watches, or my Instagram at HB Lifelens, or the Into the Mind podcast, which is just the Into the Mind podcast. And I'll see you guys at Watches and Wonders. Not often I say that. Exciting.